Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are tonight's entertainment. No, seriously. I just wanted to give everyone a little bit of a preview of what I will be forging forward here with. I'm now in the process of creating a a little something for kids to watch that I would like to see. My opinion is that if I like it, some kid like me who's just as crazy as me will like it too. So I'm intending to craft a show that is very much my style, personally. What does that mean? It will have, a little bit more mature style to it. There will be a little bit more stuff going on, but it's a science show. It's about science and astronomy and astrophysics, subject that I personally have a lot of background in because I've been into that since the day one. I used to sit in my living room watching Stargazers, some fucking show that came on after a goddamn show with the with the puppets and stuff, the singing show, sing along show, the blue animal that jumped around. Anyway, after that shit was over, my fucking show came on. I mean, if you want to know what my childhood was like, it was like, okay, I'd go on, I'd watch everything that was anything science, Bill Nye, Beakman's World, and of course anything that had astronomy in it. So I'm gonna try to steal from them. Thing is, like, I hated the Bill Nye show as a kid. It was not as, it was a little too tight, for me. Beakman's World was fun. It was a circus. Bill Nye was where you were actually sitting down and having to listen to a lecture on the complexities of, centrifugal force and stuff like that. You actually learn shit watching Bill Nye. But I'm not gonna play like that. You know what I mean? If I roll like, it's got to be a fun show. It's got to be really big and crazy and enjoyable. Preferably more so than Bill Nye. Bill Nye is like a guy who is a real scientist. He's got to do everything by the book. Everything has to be in its place, right? And then, so for him, everything is numbers and logic, right? So the show feels like it's kind of strange to watch Bill Nye Science Guy because you think to yourself, boy, there's so much flair to it. There's so much music going on. This must be fun. But then Bill Nye is actually talking like a college professor, and he goes on and on about the complexities of the science that he's telling us about, and that's when the show becomes really fucking boring. And it was just like, there's a couple shows they put on PBS back in the day, Learning to Read. That show was basically, the format for it was like, we don't play, this is serious, it's just boring. Watching that show is the same as watching paint dry. So, like, a show like Reading Rainbow is a lot more fun to watch in the end. That show was just like, everything was like, let's make it fun, let's do some fun stuff, and that was great. They had adventures. They actually went out into the world and explored things, and that was fun for me to watch Reading Rainbow. I didn't care about the reading part. I'll be honest with you. As much as LeVar Burton is a very huge advocate of reading, I watched Reading Rainbow because he went out into factories and he explored the world, and it was fun to see him do all that stuff. I didn't give a shit about cracking a book open. Not at all. I was just like, yo, cool. That is cool that he went into this place and he did this thing. That was the fun. It was the adventure that was fun, not the actual reading shit. I read a lot of books as a kid. I'm an avid reader still, but to then I wasn't influenced to read because of Reading Rainbow. Yeah. Bob Burton, motherfucker. He's still rolling with that Reading Rainbow stuff. He still hopes to influence kids to read, although we live in a digital era where kids are not really into books as much as they are video games and internet, and it's a different world now than the one I grew up in. I don't know what kids are up to these days. I don't know. You know, you can't know, honestly. You got a group of kids in this world, and that's just the way that it is. You're gonna have a bunch of kids doing whatever the fuck they do all day. Truth be told, I kind of understand. I'll go out to the park and I see the same group of kids every fucking day. You know, the life they live is very much a little bubble. It's not like they're going out and traveling the world doing anything special. The life they live is basically video games, basketball, and, you know, going out with their friends to the arcade or something. That's the life they live. Pretty much the same as me back in the day. I didn't really go out the house very much, but when I did, it was to my friend's house. And when we went all the way over to an arcade shop. We went to the video game store and stuff like that. So it pretty much like looking back in time. I'm seeing them kids do the same shit me and my buddies did. You know, they're not like me though. Me, I was a superstar. You know what I mean? I was fly. They just little stupid shitheads. You know, acting stupid and stuff, trying to be all tough, trying to call you names and shit. You know what I mean? How you gonna try to start shit with somebody you don't even know? I don't know. That's children. Anyway, we're gonna roll with this new show I'm trying to conceptualize and of course create. It's like it's my destiny, man. Because I grew up watching this stuff. I'm a science nut. Why not create a show dedicated to the subject, and it stars me, and it's gonna be good. I hope. I don't know. I got a lot of people saying that they want to see me go down, man, but I'm not going down. The thing I'm hoping to do is like, okay, you know, you might want to pin me down. You want to say I'm a bad dude, but then I'm trying to educate people. I'm trying to put actual interesting topics on display that I personally have a passion for. And I think that it's actually going to benefit people in the long run. So, yeah, we'll see about that. I mean, I don't know. I can only hope that there's some benefit that's going to be had. You know, when I was a kid, some show came on and these astronaut people, they were talking about how the astronauts actually walked in space, how the space shuttle works, how the space station works. You know, we can explore those topics together. Hopefully, we'll see. All right.